So hello on my tutorial series about how to make a game like Souls RNG. Well, kinda. Um, so just some little um reclaimer at first. I'm not the best English speaker, so yeah, don't wanna why I sometimes mess up my speech, but it's okay. Secondly, I'm gonna use some advanced codes. So if you are a beginner, it's not a big problem because I will explain it to you the best I can. It's just a bit hard for beginners to start with this complicated code. Well, it's not complicated, but it's a bit complicated, a bit more complicated than normal code. So yeah, because we're gonna use different module scripts and connect them and stuff. But yeah, I think this is a very structured way of scripting, and it really makes stuff more easier, way easier. Um, so actually the first thing you'll have to do is head over to roblox.com/create. You're gonna end up here, and then just click on start creating, and then it will prompt you to install Roblox Studio. So once you have done this, you're gonna end up here. Then just click on base plate right here. So I'm gonna close my other place here. Okay, so we are here now. So keep in mind, if you don't want to use auras or something for your game, then you have to change some of your code to make it work for any system that you like. Also, many people start to believe that, or like are believing that the first thing you would do here is to actually create the role system. You know, in Souls RNG, you kind of just go into the game and roll for auras. That's actually not the first thing you do because there's nothing to roll for. So the first thing we will actually do is head over to server script service. You can either right click and insert object, or just press on this plus here, then add a script. So then we can delete this code, and then just I'm gonna explain what I write while I write it. Yeah, so basically there's a event when a player joins the game. That's the first thing we're going to do. That would be game. This just specifies the game itself. Then you can call different services, like server script service or like replicated storage. And then another server is players. So we're gonna call this here. And then the event player edit. Then we're gonna connect a function to that. And in that function, we specify the player. Okay, so when a player is added, we get the player as a value. It's an instance. So then what we are going to do with this is we're going to create a folder. So basically, we're going to do this right here. Firstly, we need the character though. So we're just going to make another event. That's going to be player.characterEdit. And then we will paste this in here. So basically, that's all you need for now. Because we're gonna add like sounds and animation player and add that here too. But this will just, I can show you. Also, you should pretty much save your game. Just press on game settings. I'm gonna just mm, you can uncheck team create if you're working alone. Yeah. Then the first thing I'll do is just head to game settings and enable the HTTP and API access. Guess you're gonna need that later. Also, if you save your game, just press on file and then here or save to Roblox, or just press Alt and P and it will automatically save. It will also save, but it's kind of a bit unreliable sometimes. So it's always better to save your code. Okay, so yeah, but this will do something already. If you join the game, you will see in the workspace, there's your character here. That's me. And in my character, there is a folder that we just created now. It's called aura. It's here. So that's what the script does only for now. Okay, so now it starts to get a bit more complicated. So we're gonna have to replicate the storage and add a object in there, and we add in a module script. And you can call it whatever you want, but keep in mind when you require this module script, you also have to paste the name in there. So if you want to make it easiest for you, just call it aura data. Or well, a more fitting name would be aura handler. Yeah, actually you call it aura handler and put it in JavaScript service. So one thing I would do all the time is to well, just name this right here to be same as your module script is named. So aura handler. So the first thing we will do now is just require some services. We can do that outside the module. So local server script. I'll just shorten it. So this just marks the server script service, and then you can copy this, just paste it again, do the same for the replicate storage. So and then we're gonna create our first function, which is named. So if you want to create a function that other scripts can access, just put function, then copy the name, aura handler, and then dot, or semicolon. But we're gonna use a dot. And we're gonna call this function equip aura. And what we will need for this is the player, the character, and the aura. So then we're gonna check some different stuff. Also, we will create a folder in replicated storage named auras. I got an aura pre-made, so I'll just copy it in, but I will explain you how it works in just a second. Because it's you can't just paste the aura in. You have to configure it. So to make it easiest for the scripts and to add auras, because otherwise it will just be a bit messed up, you know. Okay, so just give me a second. Okay, so the things we will do in here. At first we're gonna check so you're gonna check if not player or not character or not aura, then we can just one missing. I miss my arcade. Missing parameters. So what this does is if player, character, or aura is missing or nil, it will just actually it will return the script, so it will stop running to make it stop. So then we're gonna specify a value in here, which is local auras. It's equal to replicate storage find first child auras. Okay, so this is the folder we made in here. Okay, and then also if not auras, then return ends. So if the auras folder is not found in replicated storage, it will also stop the script. So then basically I will explain you what it does in a second. So actually in the auras folder you will add every aura that you want to add to your game in a folder with the name of the aura, and then in that folder there's going to be parts. So the parts have to be, so they can be transparent. I would change it to transparency 1 to make them invisible, so they don't fly around the character, you know. Just make them size 111. And make sure to uncheck those three: can collect, can query, and can touch. And also uncheck ancient. So yeah, in this here, you're gonna name the parts how your character parts are named. So for instance, if I want something to be in my character's torso, like you can check which parts are available. So also one thing I would do first is actually go into game settings and change your avatar to R6. This is just way easier to add auras. You can, well, you can add both. You can add R15 if you don't mind. But yeah. Now you have torso. Keep in mind when you move around or play an animation, the torso is going to move. The humanoid group part is not. It will just stay steady. Okay. So yeah, it will just like stay steady. So yeah, basically, if you want something to be in the hat, you just put hat. Like you just name the part hat. If you want something humanoid group part, which is literally in the center here, somewhere. You just name it humanoid group part. You get the point. But I will explain you later a bit more. When we get to that point. So basically, I have like my auras in here. Yeah, just like some effects and stuff. Where they are supposed to go. But yeah, so then the next thing we will do is I'm gonna speed up a bit because I don't want the video to be that long. So if not auras, find frustrate aura.name, then one aura.name wasn't found in replicated storage, and then also stop the script. So easier said, if aura, like the aura you specified, is not found in the auras folder right here, it will also stop the script because aura isn't there. So then we will specify the auras folder. We just we just created here. So and then it's just gonna check for the auras folder, and if there is no folder, it just will create a folder for us. So then the next thing we will do is check if an aura is already equipped. So so if the children of the aura folder, so the number, this hashtag here makes it to return a number. So normally aura folder get children would return a table of every every children that's inside this folder here. So for instance, so this here would be children of this one. So yeah. The hashtag just makes it to return a number instead of a table. And yeah, then we check if it's grayed out, then 0. And then we want that this aura is already equipped. Yeah, that was pretty much everything for making it work properly and stopping the script if something is not correct. The next thing we will do is clone the aura out of replicated storage into the player. So just write this here. I will explain it all when we are done. So done, we're gonna write a big function which will just clone some parts and just weld them together because we don't want that our aura falls apart when we equip it. So I'm just gonna paste the function in. So this is the function. I will explain you a bit. Just I can also zoom in a bit to make it easier for you to read. Yeah. Okay. So we will also call this function right after, and then aura clone and character. So what this does is for every part that is inside the source part, so the clone of the aura, it will check if the part is the base part, which it is here. it's a base part. It will also work with models, so don't worry. So then it will find the target part. So you know, I have, for instance, I have it named right arm, and then it tries to find the right arm in my character here. I specified character here, and it checks in the target part here. It checks if my character has, for example, the right arm. And then if it found the right arm, it will then clone the corresponding part of the aura into my arm and then create a weld for it to stick together. So when I walk around, it will move with me. Okay, and it will also do the same for the for a model. So then the next thing that we will do is check if make it able to track here. You know where we did this here? If it finds a child in the auras folder, then we will create a child in the auras folder to make it not work to equip multiple auras. Okay. So, and then what will follow here? I think I'll do this in the next episode too. We will add the animation here. I can't write animation, but also these sounds. We will add that here. And then I like to make it visible for our eyes, so I'll just put a 1 here, that this aura get equipped to us. Okay, so this is pretty much everything for the equip function. You can close it just like this. And then we need to also write the unequip function. So we will just close it again, write function aura handler dot unequip all. I'm just going to name it unequip all. And then we need the player, again, and the character. So, so then it's only going to work if player and character. And then we just put the auras folder again. So then we get the name of the aura here. So then also we will add the animation and sounds later here too, in the next part probably. So and then we just gonna write this here, and it's just gonna destroy everything inside the the auras folder. So, and then after that, we just gonna also destroy the auras name value. So that's pretty much all for the unequip function too. So we actually can check if this works now. We are just going to create a little UI that you can interact with. So basically, just head into Starter UI and just create a screen UI. You can name it whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna name it test auras UI or something like that. Then I'm gonna just put a frame inside. I'm just gonna scale it a bit. I messed up. No, no. What? What? No. What's happening? Please let me just scale it. Well, then I'm gonna just well, let me just re it because it was kind of buggy, I guess. Yeah, now it works. I'm just gonna make it like this spec. Also, I have like this plugin here. Yeah, where I can just tween it. Not tween, but no. So Then the next thing that I will do is to basically just add a unequip all button inside. So I'm just gonna paste this into here. It's basically just a button, just add a text button in here. And yeah, call it unequip all, and then also put a local script inside. I'll show you the code in a second. So then you can basically just add in the frame here, just duplicate the unequip all button, move it up a bit, and then just call it whatever the aura that you're going to test, or just call it anything. It's just like you know, it's just easier to see then, I guess. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it in. So just a basic button, you know. So then I'm gonna also replace the local script here. So in the unequip all button, the local script should look something like this. Okay. Also, what you have to do is just go into replicated storage, and just create another folder, I mean, and call it remotes. This is where we're gonna place all our remote events. So yeah, I'm just gonna paste it in. I basically just add a remote event and just call one aura equip and one aura unequip all. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. And this will just fire the remote event unequip all, and then the in your button where you equip an aura, it should look something like this. So basically what you're gonna do here is just fire the events, but you're gonna fire it with the folder. So game.replicated storage.auras.aegis. So game replicated storage auras, and here's my folder. So you need to pass the folder that you want to equip through this remote event. So that's everything for the client side. And now in our script here, we can also call that server. Doesn't really matter though. In here, we actually need to listen to the remote events. So how are we going to do this? It's pretty easy. So firstly, I will also specify the values here. So you can just copy those two and paste it in here again. So then I will require the aura module. So basically what we wrote here, so the aura handler, which is in server script service and then aura handler here. Make sure to add that require here because it's a module script. No, it's a module script. So then what we are going to need to is the remotes and the auras folder. So paste them in. And yeah, that's pretty much everything we need for now. And then right below our player added function, we're gonna add these things. So I'll just paste it in to save some time. So it's remotes. So our remotes folder here, and then aura equip. So this remote event, and if this remote event is getting fired from the client, which we call in the script here, we are firing this from the client to the server, and here we check if it's on the server. So if it got fired from the client, then we're gonna connect a function to it, and we'll get the player and the aura. So the aura, keep in mind, it's the folder of the aura. Okay. So then we are just gonna specify the character because we got our player. And then we're gonna use the aura module dot equip aura and then player character aura. Keep in mind, here in our function, it's this function right here. So equip aura player character aura. We use player character aura. So module scripts are very good because you can call them from the server without pasting the code in again. So you see, I have all my functions inside here. So I have the equip and the unequip function, and I can easily call them from another server script without rewriting the function. This is just way easier to keep your code organized. Yeah. Then we basically have to do the same thing for the unequip all right here. So yeah, just a remote dot unequip all dot onServer event connect function player. Then we're going to specify the character again, and then use the unequip all function to unequip it from our player. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. I hope I did not mess anything up. We will see now. So we can also press on v and then output and see what's going on. So as you see, we have our script here, and then we can pretty much try to equip it. And like we see, it works. So this is just an aura that I made out of just random things I found in a toolbox and some UI. I can show you how I made this. But you can just add your own auras too. In the next episode, I will. Oh wait, wait. Do we have time for this? We have. Oh wait. So I will show you how you can add your own aura now. It's pretty easy actually. And then you can also try to unequip it, and it works. And if you equip your aura, you can also see in your folder here that there is a thing named Aegis, and if you unequip it, it's gone. Equip. Then we have both parts in here, and they get welded easily. So also, if you get to humanoid root part, we can see that there is our aura part with all the beams and stuff. So see, if I just kind of move this around, it will move the aura. Yeah, and this gets welded, so if I just move it around and then walk, it works. This script is very good because you see the star I have in my hand here. That's actually welded to my right arm. And if I rotate my right arm, the star will rotate too. You see? So yeah, and that's because our script handles it that it welds each part differently. So for every part it creates a new weld, and it's. I agree, it's harder to create auras. It's not that hard, but you have to, when you finish your aura, you have to make it in all those things. But it's pretty easy actually. So I will show you how I made this. So I'm gonna just copy the folder and paste it into the workspace. So the best thing I would do is just head over to, also you can hide your UI if you click on view and then UI visibility. Just press on avatar and then press on the rig folder and just create an R6 block avatar. So I like to place it here and then just move the parts I want into my script. So a bit to the right. So yeah, my humanoid root part, you can check in the dummy. It has a humanoid root part too, and it's right in the middle. So you can just copy the position of your humanoid root part in your rig. Just Control C, then just paste it in. So the first thing you would do is just to add the part to the workspace. Just just make the size to 1, 1, 1. Probably make it invisible, and then uncheck can collide, can query, can touch, and just paste the position of your humanoid root pattern. If you want to use your humanoid root pattern, of course. If you want to use your left leg, for example, you need to copy that position, of course. So then what you're going to do is just base your aura of this thing. So you can just check the toolbox for auras and just pretty much change it. So basically you could, I can show you what I mean. So I'm gonna delete this. So now we have I'm also gonna create a folder. I'm gonna just name it test aura. Test aura. I'm gonna move this part right in. I'm gonna call it humanoid. Actually, I'm gonna call it hat. So then we get to our part, add to our rig, copy the hat position because we want it to be. So I want it to be in the hat. That's because I choose the hat. If you want it to be like in your left leg or right arm, just copy the position and call it right arm. Also, make sure you have a space between two words. Yeah. But I'm just gonna put a particle emitter inside, and you see it will just start to do this thing. I'm just gonna, well, like maybe add a bit of rotation or something, maybe some rotation speeds. So now they rotate. I can also decrease the speed a bit to make it a bit slower. You can also decrease the rate then. I'm just gonna put the rate to 5. Yeah, that's good. Maybe make the speed 3. And the spread angle back to 120, 60. Yeah, there's something, you know? Just some little tricks. Acceleration, maybe something here. We'll just maybe make it a bit faster. And the lifetime is a bit too high for me, so I'm just gonna put the 2, 2, 2, 4. So if you put just one single value here, it will just they all will last 2 seconds. But if you put like 2 or 2,3, they will last somewhere around 2 or 3 seconds. So basically anything between them. So it could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 2.7. You get the point. So then, if we finish our aura, you can just copy the folder or drag it directly into your auras folder. So then, you finished here. Then the only thing you need to do is head over to this again, duplicate it, move it a bit down, just call it whatever you want. I'm just gonna call it test. And then basically in this local script, just change this to your aura's name. And just like this, you created your own aura. Like you see, well, I haven't changed the name, but as you can see, it works just fine. And I can't equip another aura because my test aura is already equipped. And I also can unequip my test aura. So, also ignore this, it's just like for some plugin. Yeah. But basically, that was everything for today, I guess. Yeah. I will also probably make a Discord server soon. Where I'm gonna leave like all the modules I use, because in the future we're gonna use some different libraries like profile servers, and also probably net, because net is pretty good. But yeah, I will also maybe share some auras there or some sound assets I use. But yeah, I think that was pretty much all for the first part of this tutorial series on how to make Salt RNG. So in the next episode, or probably in the next few episodes, we are going to add the animations first. So animations, sounds, so that the auras have some animations and some sounds. And yeah, after that, we are probably going to add the roles system and then experiment a bit with knit, and also save our data. And also maybe create a webhook to Discord, which just sends a webhook to Discord if somebody pulls something rare or something. Also leave me comments on what you want to see in this series. Because I really want to do what you guys like me to do. Because I mean it's a series for you, so might as well also feature your ideas. But yeah, I won't upload any file, so I won't just send you the file of this place because I think it's just well, it takes more time to just like put everything in and write all the scripts I write. I agree, but it's just you just learn more while writing it. It's just like learning vocabularies, you know. If you write them on a piece of paper, you're learning them while writing them. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for today. So now you know how to equip auras, unequip them, and create your own auras. So yeah, I hope you liked this tutorial. Um, I think I will maybe upload twice a week. Um, or once a week. I don't know yet. But yeah, the next episode will come very soon. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and also leave a comment on maybe what I can improve in my script. If you're more experienced than me. Uh, or maybe some ideas you want me to add to this game. Keep in mind if the ideas are like not really matching to the game's idea, I will maybe like make one episode about them on how to add them, but I won't like feature them in the complete series, you know? Just to keep it fair for everyone. Um, but yeah, I hope you liked this episode and probably will see you again.